Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic cities in the world, New York City. The Big Apple has a rich and complex history, and today we'll explore its journey from humble beginnings to becoming the global metropolis we know today. So, let's get into it. The history of New York City starts long before skyscrapers and subways. Before European settlers arrived, the land was inhabited by the Lenape people, who lived along the Hudson River and called the area Manhattan, which roughly means Island of Many Hills. In 1524, an Italian explorer, Giovanni da Verrazzano, became one of the first Europeans to see the area, but it wasn't until 1624 when the Dutch established a settlement here, naming it New Amsterdam. Fast forward to 1664, when the English took control of New Amsterdam during the Second Anglo-Dutch War. They renamed the colony New York after the Duke of York, and it quickly grew as a hub for trade and commerce. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Tensions between the colonies and Britain were growing, and New York played a key role in the American Revolution. After the Revolution, New York became the first capital of the United States in 1789, where George Washington was inaugurated as the first president. Throughout the 19th century, New York underwent rapid industrialization. The construction of the Erie Canal in 1825 connected the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean, boosting trade. In the 20th century, New York entered a new era of innovation and excitement. The Roaring Twenties saw the city become the epicenter of culture, with jazz, theater, and art taking center stage. But it wasn't all glitz and glamour. The Great Depression hit the city hard, and the 1930s were tough for many New Yorkers. However, through hard work and resilience, the city bounced back, and after World War II, the city saw another boom in population and industry. Fast forward to today, and New York is a city like no other. From Wall Street to Broadway, Central Park to the Statue of Liberty, New York continues to be a melting pot of culture, finance, art, and innovation. And that's just a quick look at New York City's fascinating history. From its early days as a small Dutch settlement to its rise as a global powerhouse, New York continues to shape the world in ways few cities can. New York's significance during the American Revolution, highlighting its strategic location and importance as a major port city. It discusses the divided loyalties of its citizens and the city's role as a melting pot of ideas. This scene serves as a foundation for understanding the subsequent battles and events. The highlights of Battle of Saratoga in 1777, where American forces led by General Horatio Gates and Benedict Arnold achieved a stunning victory over the British. The narrative explains how this battle is considered a turning point of the war, convincing France to ally with the Americans. Let's discuss the internal conflicts within New York, highlighting the significant loyalist population and the persecution they faced from patriots. The narrative emphasizes the complexity of loyalties and the impact on the city during the Revolution. The adoption of New York's first constitution in 1777, marking a significant shift towards a republican government. The narrative discusses how this laid the groundwork for New York's future role in the United States. It reflects on New York's legacy post-revolution, highlighting its role as the first capital of the United States under the Articles of Confederation. The narrative encapsulates the city's transformation from a battleground to a symbol of freedom. Let's introduce New York City, contrasting its modern image with its historical significance during the American Revolution. The scene sets the stage for discussing the strategic importance of New York during the war. So why did New York become so crucial during the Revolutionary War? It wasn't just the city itself, it was the entire region. New York's location made it a natural point for British strategy. Sitting between New England and the southern colonies, the city acted as a key link in the British supply and communication lines. Plus, it was a major port, which made it vital for controlling trade and movement. Fast forward to 1776. The British, led by General William Howe, decided that taking New York was their top priority, and so the Battle of Long Island, also known as the Battle of Brooklyn, became one of the first major engagements. In a decisive British victory, they managed to force General George Washington and the Continental Army to retreat. After their victory, the British quickly established New York City as their headquarters. It became their base of operations for the rest of the war in North America. The British set up fortifications around the city and used it as a launch point for various military operations in the region. New York wasn't just a military stronghold, it became a symbol of British control in the American colonies. For Loyalists, those Americans who remained loyal to the Crown, New York was a safe haven. It was a place where they could rally, supply troops, and organize. But the British didn't have it all their way. New York was a contested city, and George Washington had his sights set on reclaiming it. Though he attempted several times to launch offensives, the British garrison in New York was formidable, and every attempt failed. For much of the Revolutionary War, New York remained under British control. It wasn't until 1783, when the Treaty of Paris was signed, that the British finally evacuated the city, marking the end of British rule in the United States. So there you have it. New York was more than just a city during the Revolutionary War. It was a critical British stronghold that influenced the course of the entire conflict. It's crazy to think that this bustling metropolis was once the center of one of the most intense military occupations in history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into history. And as always, let me know in the comments what topics you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.